Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 4 of Omnifactory. I've done a bunch of stuff since the last episode. As you can see here, I've got this all finished off. So let me just quickly go through it. First of all, we have our numismatic dynamo built. It has the hardened upgrade, so I've built a hardened upgrade. If I look here, hardened. It's not that expensive to make. It's Invar and electrical steel, so that wasn't too bad. I made some vibrant alloy energy conduits, so these do 8,000 RF a tick, which is this now outputs up to 3,750. Which, if all of this is going at once, that's depending on what things I have in here, it actually won't be enough. So one thing I did. I built 3 sets of these. So this one does diamonds for this guy. This does ender pearls for that guy, and then this one is just another one that I have where I can put a bunch of stuff in it. So at the moment I've got a zombie one. So let me just I had a, what is this? This would have been from a creeper one, I think. Let me just quickly clear some of this space out a bit. How can I do this? There we go. I had it set like that so that I wouldn't just keep going and going forever. I guess maybe I should have just left it do it, because now I have to wait for it to drain out. Anyway, one thing I will do is put... Wait, which one makes gold? I think this one makes gold, right? Yes, so now I'll put this one in to make some gold. It won't work yet because I got to clear out the pristine zombie matter here. So yeah, it'll take a little while. It takes a little while to fill up and back up and everything, and then I'll have heaps and heaps of coal. I've got heaps of coal already in my system. 3,000. Whoops! What did I just do there? Sorry about that. I did some, and I don't have very much iron. I have 1 piece of iron. Plus, I guess all of this. Let me put some of this in the ME system. One thing I got to do as well is see this. I don't have any energy cells, so if I try to double click a bunch of stuff in it, it shuts down because it runs out of power and then it reboots. So I'll have to make an energy. What is it? Energy cell. Yeah, this guy. It's pretty cheap. In fact, I could probably make a dense energy cell. Even it just needs one of these guys. I don't know how much it stores. It doesn't say in JEI. But that's probably the easiest way to... That'll stop that from when I double click stuff in there from it running out of power. Anyway, this is the system which I built to make the polymer clays. You can see I've already filled up. Mostly it's pretty straightforward. So I have the clay over here. Eventually I'll have to turn this into an MV clay making thing, and put it all together and make it self-contained, because at the moment this is probably the slowest part of the whole thing. But basically what happens is, where do we start off? We start off with this fluid extractor, which takes the ender pearls and turns it into molten ender, and then that pumps it into here, and then over here somewhere, yeah, we get this one gets sand from over there. Sand gets pumped into there, it makes it into glass. This electrolyzer turns the glass into nether quartz. The nether quartz then ends up in here as well, next to the molten ender, and it becomes resonant clathrates. That gets pumped into a furnace, which smelts it into pulsating dust. And then all of that, the clay plus the dust, ends up in this alloy smelter, which turns it into pulsating polymer clay. And then that pumps it into this drawer, which then takes it over to these 3 over there. The only tricky thing, everything here is pretty straightforward. There's a couple of pipes that pipe things around. The only tricky-ish thing is making sure that we don't ever have, this doesn't block up with 2 sets of clay or 2 sets of pulsating dust. So if you see, if I take that out, we get pulsating dust in, and if I take this out, we only get clay here, right? And the way that works is, over here I have a limited item filter, which is set to 24 clay and 16 pulsating dust. I suppose I could have made this 64. It doesn't really matter. If I increase this, you can see here it pumps it up to 36. If I increase it all the way up to 64, I think if I shift click, no, it doesn't work. I don't know how you just make it 64. But if I go up to 64, you can see it's pumped in 64, and then this thing now has to catch up, and then everything else will catch up as well. So let me just pop that away here for a sec. Yeah, so the limited item filter, it's kind of expensive at the moment. So it's the advanced item filter, which needs a Z-Logic controller. And this guy, like when I get a slice and splice, it's relatively cheap. It's just 2 pieces of Solarium, and some of this stuff. But this is kind of expensive. I need tungsten steel to make, which obviously I can't do at the moment. But for now, I have to do it with this recipe, which needs a block of red alloy and an MV circuit. Wait, this doesn't need any circuit. So this needs an MV circuit plus a block of red alloy. So it's kind of expensive. It's not ridiculously expensive. But yeah, that's how I made that. The other thing I've been working on is a bunch of QOL stuff, quality of life stuff. So I made a dark steel enchanter, which is pretty straightforward. If I look here, the only expensive part, or the only thing that was kind of tricky, was the black quartz. And that's basically, you just, I showed you in the last episode, you can electrolyze over an MV electrolyzer. So I just borrowed this one for a bit. You can electrolyze quartzite and you get crushed black quartz, and then you turn it into the crystals, and then you can make So I made this guy. This has let me do enchantments on all my stuff. So this has mending and silk touch, and I have mending on all these. Technically I could put unbreaking on it as well. How hard is it to do unbreaking? I think it's just obsidian, yeah. And efficiency, I haven't put that on my pickaxe. That's just redstone. So I think you can put efficiency on this guy. And unbreaking, but technically, with mending, it's fine. It doesn't really need it. I might put it on a diamond mining hammer, mending, unbreaking, efficiency on that, so that my mining is better. One thing with mending is, so you can actually eat this stuff. It gives you levels. I'm right-clicking to eat it now, but it doesn't repair these tools. So if you can see here, durability 1999 out of 2000. But I can eat as much of this as I want, and it still sits there at 19999. So to actually repair it, I have to. It's not that hard. I can put it in an Ender.io fluid tank with liquid XP in it. So if I just stick it in there, it'll repair it up, and now it's on 2000 out of 2000 again. So the way you get the liquid XP is you just put this stuff in a fluid extractor, and then that'll give you the liquid XP as a liquid, right? One thing I wanted to do, it's kind of annoying having to put in, bits and pieces of these at a time. So one thing I wanted to do was have a chest up here, and then if I just put it there, I want to be able to suck these out of the chest into here. So as you can see, with it just like that, nothing happens. But in GregTech, you can use these conveyor modules, or robot arms is also another one that works too. Robot arms are a bit more advanced than conveyor modules. Conveyor modules will just suck as much as it can and never stop, but that's basically all I need right now. So you can put these modules on any side of the machine in GregTech, but what I want to put it on this side, that top side, so that it can suck from this block here into this block here. One way to do that is if I just click right in the middle, so you can see it's divided the thingy up into 9 sections. If you click right here, it ends up putting it on that side, right? So if I click there, it's on this side. Let me just get you can take them out again with a crowbar. So just pop it off like that. Wait, where did it go? Oh, there it is. But if I put it in this section of the side, it actually ends up on the top there. So that's an easy way to get to things if it's kind of hard to get to. So if I just quickly break this, you can see the conveyor module is right there. So I'll put that back, and I'll put these back in it. Now, but nothing's happening, right? It's not working. So then you get your screwdriver. The screwdriver is what you use to configure them. So the crowbar will just pull it off. The screwdriver can configure it. So if we right click here, we're actually right clicking on the top side, and we set it to import. So mode export means it'll try to put anything in an output inventory into the chest above it, but that's not what we want. We want to import. So if we click that, you can see it starts to suck things in. Oh, there you go. It's kind of slow because it's a LV conveyor. Once you get to the the higher tier conveyor modules and robot arms, they can work a lot faster, but that's fast enough for what we need. And now it's got 64 in there, and every now and then I could just refill this chest whenever I need to repair my stuff. So I've already got everything repaired here, I think. Wait. Yeah. I don't, like, these hardly get any damage at all because the only way I can get hurt really is if I fall in lava, and I mean, it happens, but it's not that often. So that's the mending stuff. I also made a dark pick, which at the moment I just have mending in what's it called? Silk Touch. In the future, you can put travel on it, but travel is kind of expensive. It needs an ender crystal, which I can't make without the soul binder, which is like this crazy recipe here. It needs tungsten steel again, and other than that, it's kind of cheap. But it needs an extended crafting table, which I think it needs a bunch of stuff, which we'll get eventually, but not just yet. In the meantime, I have a staff of traveling, which if I just shift right click, it can teleport me around. But I've also made these 2 travel anchors for now. Obviously, we'll have a bunch more once we get our base up and running. But if I right click, I can teleport between these 2 sections of my base pretty easily. Also, if I stand on a travel anchor and I just look at another travel anchor, so there's the machines one over there. If I shift, I'll teleport instantly as well. So that's an easy way to get around the base. And these travel anchors are kind of not expensive, cheap. They're cheap is what I was trying to say. It's vibrant alloy and plus a pulsating crystal, which is pulsating iron, and a diamond, which is also quite cheap. So this is the method that I'm going to use to get around the base. I'm going to put these like in each room. So as you can see, I've already got a room. This is the room. I've hollowed out this mountain a little bit. I'm going to start here with some of the basic machines to make. So like, what do you need initially? We're going to need some ethanol and polyethylene and stuff to start making the plastic for these guys. As you can see, I have some quests here. We'll get into that in a bit. But you also saw I added some upgrades to these things. I added empowered to all of these things. I also added speed on my leggings, which means I can run slightly faster. It's not actually that fast. I don't know. It's definitely faster than if I don't have it on, right? This is how I run without it. This is how I run with it. And I also added night vision. So this is going to be super handy when I'm mining and stuff, like, because it's in peaceful, I don't need to light up caves or anything, so I don't care about, I don't have to spam torches everywhere to stop the mobs spawning, but I do have to be able to see, and this really helps with that. One thing I did notice is I was building this kind of like bridge thing. This is just an outline of it, obviously, but I don't know if this is definitely not a vanilla mechanic. But in this pack, at least, if I go, look how fast I run on concrete. It's crazy how fast you run. And then, boom, slows straight back down again. So I'm wondering if maybe I should change my floor here to be, if this was... Wait, I feel like that's fast. No, it's not faster. No, yeah. So if I change this floor to be concrete, then I would run faster on it, and maybe that would be useful, or maybe it's just fast enough as it is. I don't know. I feel like this is okay. Maybe if I change this from concrete to be like factory blocks, then I won't notice the difference and I won't really care as much. I didn't know that this was a thing. But you run heaps fast on it. If this was flat, it would be so much faster too. So yeah, I don't know what I'll do about that. I might change this out to be something other than concrete, and then I just don't think about it and pretend I never noticed that. Because yeah, this looks really cool, I think, and the concrete is kind of, maybe if I make orange and white concrete, I don't know. I think this is the best way to do it anyway. Yeah, so what else have I been working on? That's probably the main stuff that I did. Yeah, I made a bunch of vibrant alloy and things like that. But other than that, there hasn't been much else. The main thing is now that I've got my power all sorted out, you know, I can make a whole bunch more of these and start getting some more infinite bits and pieces going. Oh, I've already got some, so let's get the gold crafting up. Yeah, and I really gotta make a... If I just do it like this, will it run out of power? I think I got too much stuff in my inventory. I can't really make it fast. So yeah, I'll have to import that into my system at some point too. But what I'm going to do today is a couple of different things I have planned. But the main thing is I want to start getting these second tier circuits going. One of the things that I need to make the crafting patterns, if I have a look over here, it's not just the plastic. It's also, I need a HV circuit. And so obviously I can't make a HV circuit until I make the second tier MV circuit, plus the plastic, plus fine silver wire. That's all doable in the future. Like I can make the plastic down here. But one thing that I've learned is it's important, I think, in GregTech to increase the tier of your circuits as soon as possible. Like I left increased, so I'm on tier 1 MV, LV, and MV circuits, like still, and it's kind of painful. It has been kind of painful making all this stuff with MV circuits because it needs so much materials, especially red alloy. But if you look at the second tier circuits, it really is a whole lot cheaper. Where's the second tier there? So there's no like red alloy required at all. There's you know, I can use fine copper wire for these guys. That's kind of painful to make. Capacitors are just tin alloy and silver and rubber sheets. That's pretty cheap. And of course you get 4 per each one of these. This is the thing that we can't make just yet. So we have to make phenol to make that. And then it's fine copper wire. And then you get one of these, and that's really cheap. And then once we get, so this is the third tier. Once we, that's the second tier, I should say. Once we get to the third tier of LV circuits, the last tier, these are like ridiculously cheap. You get 4 out of these ingredients here, and it's like this thing. And basically what we'll do at this point, once we get this guy, is we'll set up a chain of crafting stuff, right? So we just feed it aluminium, we'll feed it silver, we'll feed it bits of rubber, and we'll just make infinite of everything. So we'll make it so that these things can be just we can keep a stock of 100 or 200 of these, you know, forever. In the future, you know, we start doing SMD. So actually, I think before we start making infinite of these, we'll do it once we get the SMD components, because we don't necessarily want to make infinite resistors. They're kind of expensive. But these SMD thingies, they just need like you know, a bunch of ingredients, and you get 16 of them out of that. So maybe we'll have to start. I don't know how long it takes to make these. I think that's a little bit further out. And then in the future, we can make SOCs. These are really cheap to make, but you need Nakoda doped wafer, which is kind of expensive because you need Nakoda ingots, which is kind of ridiculously expensive. I think you need to use, yeah, it's a tier 5 micro miner thingy. So yeah, the plan for now though is to fill out this quest chain and start making these circuits. So I've started making a bunch of things needed for it. I got all the ingredients ready to make a pyrolysis oven, which I'll do in a minute. I made an MV precision laser engraver. I made the lenses. These are kind of easy to make. It's like a ruby and an autoclave. I made a cluster mill, which will be used to make the these guys, the transistors. So there's the cluster mill up there. That's pretty easy to make as well. Just a normal LV kind of ingredient. So one thing that I was going to do too is, this was the cutting machine. I had to make this before so that I can make the wafers. So if you look at the silicon wafers, these are used to make the Z-Logic controller. So I had to make this before so that I can get those. But I also made a bunch more silicon boules. So let's get them chopped up into silicon wafers. And then we have a precision engraver, which I'm just going to put up here for temporary. Oh, this whole section here is temporary, right? And I'm going to make some of these guys. So this takes forever to make. It's really, really slow. So the way to do this is just make a whole big batch of them at once, and do it every now and then. Obviously, once we get to making the tier 1, the tier 3 LV circuits, we'll just put this in a forever. We'll make these forever, but probably not with the basic silicon. We'll probably do it with the silicon. We'll probably do it with the glowstone doped one. What's that? This guy. So this one, it needs argon, but once we have glowstone, then and argon, these are much cheaper to make than the normal silicon balls, which have to use gallium, which is kind of annoying to get. So I think for the time being, we're just going to make the silicon balls as we need them, and just craft up big batches of them. They're actually not that, like I said, you can make them pretty easily, and you get a whole bunch of them. Each ball chops into 16 or 8 or something. Yeah, 16 of the wafers, and then these circuits get chopped up into, I think you get 4 out of them, or do you just get 1? 2. You get 8 out of them, yeah. So you end up with heaps and heaps of integrated circuits, and the integrated circuits is the ones that we want, because they're the ones that make so we use them to make the HV, first tier 3 circuit. And what's the other thing that we wanted as well? There was more than was it more than, what do we need it for? So circuit wafers, this actually asks for all of them, but I think the only thing we need for HV, is that right? Is that the only thing we need? Is this one? Yeah, integrated circuit. So we'll need the other ones for other things, but we'll just make a bunch of these to start off with. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is the pyrolyse oven, which is, I'm going to put it up here just for the time being. I think eventually we'll move the pyrolyse oven probably over into that building somewhere. And actually here we'll put a freezer. What's that thing called? Yeah, this guy, vacuum freezer. We'll put one of these here because it's handy to have one of these just for random in crafting stuff, and then to also have a freezer right next to it, because sometimes the things that you craft in here need to be frozen. But for now we don't need that. We don't need the freezer. We need the pyrolyse oven. So let's do that. Let's just see what does it look like? I think it's a 3x3 wide and then 4 long, right? Yeah, so it's like one of these on the side kind of thing. But I'll put 1, 2, 3 like that, and then this thing has to go in the middle. I'll put input on the left, output on the right, and fluid I'll put on the back of it, I guess. There, and this guy goes here, 2 of them, and oops, and the middle is hollow, like that. And we'll put those there, and oh, I'm missing, oh no, we got to put the energy as well, yeah. So I guess I'll put the energy down the bottom here, and this guy there, and fluid output I'll put on this side, and fluid input I'll put on that side. And that should form, yep, there we go. Very good. So what we can do with that is make phenol coated substrates, and we do that by phenol plus coated circuit board in a chemical reactor. And we get phenol from this guy, just putting coal and steam into this guy with a circuit. We get coke and we get phenol out, and that's how we're going to do it for the first, I don't know, while. But in order to get that working, I need to get it's just LV input, right? Yeah, LV. So I need to get an LV input, and I need to get steam, which is also pretty cheap to do, but I'm going to need another one of these to get a I think it's a boiler or something. What's it called? A heater. Fluid heater. Yeah, that's what it's called. So let's see. CEF. Yeah, this guy. Have we got everything? No. We need conductive iron wires, so we got a bunch of that. That'll do. And what else did we need? I think it's a circuit, right? Yes, an LV circuit, which I don't have any crafted. What am I missing? Vacuum tubes. I've got 7. That's not enough, but that'll... Oh, I need red alloy cables. So I have... So all of these machines like output immediately into this chest just because it's easier if I have a bunch of stuff. Like if I put a whole stack of ingots in here, you actually get 2 per ingot. So you want to have it going into a chest so that it can get through the whole stack. And same with these. This used to be a whole stack of copper, and you get 2 stacks of wire, and then you put the 2 stacks of wire in, you end up with 8 stacks of fine copper wire. So you get quite a lot of fine copper wire from a stack. Let me get some rubber. Yes, I got rubber. This is definitely not enough, but we won't need to make these for much longer. Oops, what else am I missing? Oh, wrought iron plates. I got a bunch here. Yeah, this is so expensive. Okay, and then we needed a 4 times 1, right? I think. So let's make it 2 and a 4, and a 4x CEF is fine for what I'm doing here. Let me get some rubber. I just want a few. Oh wait, I think I have conductive. I think I have a 4x one. Yeah, I have a 4 already, so I don't need to do that. Okay, so that's the CEF, and the other one was the fluid heater. What do we need for a fluid heater? Some pumps. Oh, I got the pumps. Fantastic. But we need 4x copper wire. Do I have copper wire? No. So let's get let's get that going. And I need another circuit. And what else do I need? Oops. Fluid heater. Tin cable. So I've got some tin cable over here. So just 2 of those will do for now. And it was 4x this copper cable, wasn't it? I think so. 2x, 4x. There we go, fluid heater. Okay, so that's the CEF, the fluid heater. Oh, we need let's get just a normal, like the nuclear craft one, because we probably don't need to make a huge amount of water. Oh, actually maybe let's just make it for now. I don't even have the ingredients for it. I have buckets. Let me go get 2 buckets of water. I have... Oh, I can just grab it from here. There we go. Sometimes it's handy to have an infinite water source here. I only have the 1 water source block here, which I use for filling up bottles for potion making, but that's fine. Okay, so there's water. We might need more than that. I'll see how we go with that for now. But basically, what do we got? Fluid output, fluid input. So let's put this thing. Actually, I'm going to have to break that because we're going to have to get down there with the power. Let's put that. Actually, if I put it here, if I put that there, and I put that there, and I put the fluid heater there, and then I can put the infinite water source up there. Okay. I need 2 more circuits actually, because I need to make run out of stuff. What did I run out of now? Vacuum tubes, which means I need more copper, fine copper wire. Yeah, that should do. So I need 2 of these guys, integrated circuits. One for the steam and one for the pyrolysis oven itself. So let's also grab some coal while I'm here. and some conduits. Yep, I can make endofluid conduits now. I don't think I showed you that last time, but that's pretty straightforward to make. So this should automatically fill up, yep. And I think, let's see, what does steam need? What does it need to be set to? 1. So let's, currently it's configured to 0. So if you right click on it, you can change the number to 1. So you can see here, it says configuration 1. That'll give us, what's that, distilled water? 6 millibuckets gives you, yeah, see, 6 millibuckets gives you 900 millibuckets of steam. So I don't think I need anything more than that. So that's 1 there. And oh, I gotta connect this up to power. Of course. So all of our power at the moment is still energetic alloy. I haven't yet done, I think I can, yeah, there we go. I can use the travel anchor to get in there. Where is this thing? It's over here somewhere. I'm gonna have to get my mending on my hammer at some point. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Let's get our night vision going. There it is. Alright, so let's, I guess I'll just take this on across from here. Oops. Wrong cable. There we go. And we should be able to travel anchor back out again. There we go. So you can see that's heating up steam. And then if I put, pipe it into there. Insert, we got steam going in here. Alright. And now if we put in here, let's see what's phenol. Phenol. This one with the pyrolysis oven, this needs to be configured to 1 as well. So let's configure it to 1, right click, 1. If I put that in there and that in there, yep, it picked it up and it's making, so we should get Coke here when it's done. Okay, so we got Coke there, and over here we should get phenol. Yeah. Alright, so we need a chemical, oops. Wait, what do we do? The phenol. Phenol. It's this one, right? Chemical reactor and coated circuit boards. So let's get chemical reactor. I think a basic one is fine, right? I hope it's fine because that's all I have. Yeah, only 8. Okay, chemical reactor. What have we got missing out of here? Heaps of stuff missing. I think I have, yeah, tin rotor. I think that's the one. Tin cables, 2 LV circuits. And I'm going to need more of that. So let's just get 2 of those going. One. What are we missing? Ah, it's always something. Red alloy. This is why we need to upgrade our circuits, right? In theory, right, I should make, you know, a stack of circuits and then a stack of these, but it's kind of, even that needs like 3, you know, you need 3 stacks of red alloy cables, 2 stacks of vacuum tubes, 2 stacks. It's crazy the stuff you need to make. But we're almost at the I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. When we won't have to make these tier 1 circuits anymore. Rubber. Let's get rid of you. And that. And oh, this one. Alright, that should give us 2 of those. And we're going to need another one of... Did I make this already? No. I don't have enough. Do I have any more wrought? I have some wrought iron plates here. I made so many wrought iron plates before, it's crazy. What am I using? Oh, this thing. Okay, chem reactor. There we go. And I've already got this. So let's pop it down here, and we'll pipe from the out. We'll not this one. We'll pipe it out from there, and we'll pipe it into there. That'll be our phenol. And then if we get the circuit, those previous circuit boards, which are what are they called? Coated circuit board. Do I have enough stuff to make that? Yes, that'll do for now. If I put that in there, we should get one out of that. Boom, and that'll be our quest. Yes. So we need some capacitors, which needs a bunch of stuff. All right, so what I'm going to do now, we've kind of hit the time for this episode, but the next thing that I'm going to work on is these two circuits here. And what do we need for HV circuits? The first tier of HV, not circuits. I have that already. We can make that. We'll be having that electrum wire. So yeah, actually I don't need anything much. We'll make some soldering alloy, which is just tin and a little bit of antimony. Wait, where do we get antimony from? I don't have any of that at the moment. Maybe we'll just start with tin for now, because we can make infinite tin. But I think what I'll try and do before the next episode is get up to HV circuits going. It's pretty straightforward to do all of that stuff. And then in the next episode, I'm going to start working on this setup over here. And eventually we'll get to making the patterns. What am I got over here? Oh, travel anchors. Cool. Yeah. All right. So that's what we're going to do. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.